LA show was fun. I mean, we just started the tour a couple of shows ago, so when we got to Poland, it was like, we knew we were gonna have a good show. We always have good shows in Poland. You know, we played the festival with Hyrax. You know, we came through with Cataclysm and quite a few times, so we had a good time up there. We had a good time. It's been received really well by the press and the fans, and you know, we're just excited that the feedback's been really great. And we've been touring on this album for like 2 years now. 2 years, so I mean, it's the most touring we've done on any record, and it's great. Well, it's a bit different. I mean, we lost a couple of original members, Dennis and Andy, the original bass player and drummer, and when we got Damien and Will, we're not out to replace or to get someone exactly like them and Andy, you know. So when we got them, you know, we started touring with them, and when we started writing, we started to see what their style was. Their style is more towards the thrashier, you know, fast double bass and fast beats, and you know, we started catering in a sense like Rob was writing towards that style. So having to write and, you know, collaborate with Will, it's like, okay, let's get a bit thrashier. We haven't done that since Ultraviolence, you know? So we decided let's go in that direction. You know, we don't want to continue where we left off, let's just go thrash. The band's come a long way, you know. If you could see the catalog, Ultraviolence was thrash, and Frolic Through the Park is when they get really experimental. Then Act 3 is when they really honed in, like, okay, that's when they really perfect having to, you know, bring in a lot of influence into their style and still sound Death Angel. The band broke up, then when the band came back for The Art of Dying, you could tell that album is, you know, getting to know each other again, because the band, you know, that's the first time the band wrote an album and, you know, started writing together in like 14 years. So that album was like, all right, let's see if we could do this again, because everyone's gotten older and everyone's grown up to be, you know, better musicians and, you know, better people. Then Killing Season is more like trying to blend in like the older style Death Angel and maybe trying to go a little bit heavier. But Relentless Retribution is more like the restart of like Ultraviolence. Like, okay, we gotta get back to the thrash roots here. So it's more like a, you know, coming in full circle. All around, flying to the ground, dying for your breath, living to your death. The band broke up. I mean, they were going through some, you know, stuff in the business. Things weren't going as well. And it was really getting frustrated. The band had to deal with a lot of like lawyers and litigations and all this bad business stuff. Then the accident happened, and they were like, you know, that's it. You know, let's just put it to rest. And everyone went their separate ways. You know, for the other guys did the organization. Mark, you know, moved to New York and did his own thing. And it wasn't until the Thrash of the Titans, where Chuck Billy, you know. Unfortunately, he was diagnosed with cancer, which he's doing much better today. He's stronger than ever. But that show brought a lot of Bay Area bands back together, including Death Angel. I think it's great, like, you know, bands wanting to do that style of music, you know? I mean, today, what, 2012, and bands are looking to the 80s, because that was a good time for thrash music in the 80s. I mean, there's a lot of good bands who do it well. I mean, one of our favorites right now is two bands that are really doing it well. Suicidal Angels from Greece. Yeah, they're doing the style really well. And Havoc from Denver, Colorado in the United States. I think those are the two bands who do the thrash really well. And you got your other bands, Bonded by Blood, Fueled by Fire, I think Merciless Death, Warbringer. But out of all the bands, I think Suicidal Angels and Havoc are the ones that really are nailing it. And I think it's great that all these bands want to do the thrash sound. Oh man, that's a big question, because all five of us listen to so much different styles of music. Stevie Wonder, Elton John, there's Van Halen, there's Adele, Tom Petty. Mark likes to listen to Nick Cave and Tom Waits, Old Kiss, Black Sabbath, Gary Newman, Rush. It's just all over the map. We listen to everything. We grew up on the early 70s music, the 80s thrash and rock, and some of the 90s stuff like Alice in Chains and Soundgarden, and it's just all over the place. The list goes on and on. It's hard to name, but whatever I name was pretty much what we've been listening to. Hi, this is Ted from Death Angel. We're live in Poland, and you're listening to T-Mobile Music.